And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Get it!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Ready?
Willis will look to throw it. Touchdown!
Wow. I know he's pissed. I'd be so pissed if I was him. That was not who I meant to throw that to.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, Walker. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. That pass complete to Moore. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number 1 versus number 1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Willis looking to throw it.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Ready up.
completes this to Addison out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Let's go now. Cardinal, no. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand him up, but end up.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Willis on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his... And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Malik Willis. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
On the ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Walker. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
On the return, Walker taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Moore, the man in motion.
18, pioneer.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Got it. Ready? 19 Lions.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
Going deep here for Watkins.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
I heard this little hard, y'all. He like to run. He can't run, so he got to throw that hoe. That's not what he like to do. Led the league in running. We shut that shit down early. Flustered.
They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now from the gun, here's Willis. That is caught.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Willis looks to pass it here. Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Second and 11 now.
79 Broncos.
Right back to the air with Willis. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Come on, come on. Set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
The shotgun snap to Willis. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go
The
now.
offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And going right back to Walker. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken at the 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Willis's throw complete there to Smith.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Back to throw, Willis. That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Willis on 3rd down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go street.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
Complete. Smith has it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And quickly they get to the line. Smith, the man in motion left.
Willis looking to throw it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And the drive starts with a completion left side. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Eluding the pressure right.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down.
Leonard Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Track him 60.
Now Willis to throw.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Broncos.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This is 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was Malik Willis, CD, their quarterback, who really got the job done.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for